Hey, much love to NBA young boy, man. My nigga finna go sit down for a little bit, but I know he got some work. He got a lot of music and shit lined up. You know what I'm saying? Unreleased music and videos and shit. So he gonna be good for the little time. He might have to do like a year, probably like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Not that long. He do like a year and a half. He'll be home, but. Man, salute to the lawyer. The lawyer, I guess, I don't know how they maneuvered that shit and got all the felonies and all that shit, dropped down the misdemeanors and all that shit, trying to get it wiped out. He paid a little $25,000 fine to the court, whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hey, I guess the lawyer did all he could do with he pretty much got that shit cleared out. He just got to go do some shit for his previous shit that he actually did. You know, he can't get around with the gun charge, probably other shit like that. He just got to go sit down for that for a minute. So I'm sure he really happy about that. He ain't got to do like no full shit what they were gonna throw at him. So salute to everybody, man. NBA young boy, a real one. He ain't fold. That nigga he sat there, he took his time. Nigga look like anybody else would when they in the courtroom. Cold did a motherfucker look like, you know how it is in the system. It be cold as hell. They keep you froze, nigga. You be holding yourself, nigga. If you ain't hitting no push-ups and no sit-ups or nothing like that, boy, you gonna be up under that blanket, up under something, well, under the, whatever that little thin ass quilt, whatever that shit they try to give you, man. But anyway, man, salute the young boy, man. We all know Roby, he been in some issues and shit, had some run-ins with everybody, but I think as time changing, as it going on, it'll be good for him to sit down so he can finally relax and get detoxed and kind of realize what his position is. So I think it's gonna be like a good thing for him to just go sit down just for a little bit so he can get his mind back right. Cause I know he been shit, but damn, you know, when you in the cage, it's kind of, but he ain't he not no regular nigga in the cage, so he ain't got the worries that a regular nigga got. Nobody checking up on him and nobody knowing nothing. He know his situation, so at the end of the day, man, salute the young boy for being a stand-up young man, going to handle your business, sit down, do your thing, man. Come home. It ain't gonna even feel like you been gone, because I know they gonna release something else, you know, probably after Christmas, or I don't know if it's around that time, but man, hey, everybody, man, just stay positive, man. Find and get the information and write the boy so we can have some females, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say that. I don't know if he in a relationship still, but salute, man. Y'all stay blessed, stay woke, man.
2 counts, 6 counts of pharmacy fraud, which would be those count 4.
And that's a Class A misdemeanor.
And those are all Class A misdemeanors. There are 6 of those. And all of those cases, the counts I just recited, the ends are all pharmacy fraud cases. We are asking the court to waive time for sentencing. I have some specific requests as it relates to sentencing about the language, but the agreement is that my client will pay a $25,000 fine to the court. And Your Honor, I have a cashier's check in hand. I'm holding it now that I would like to publish to the court at the end of this. Upon payment of that, the state has agreed to a 402 reduction for each of those 4 felony counts. They would all be reduced to Class A misdemeanors, and the case would close at that point in time.
With credit for time served?
No credit for time served, and that has to do with his pending federal sentencing and an anticipated sentence within the Bureau of Prisons. So what we're asking is for the court to give no credit for any time served and to simply close the case.
Okay. let's have council just approach, and we'll just have a brief discussion at the bench here. I mean, you might. All right, I was able to meet with the attorneys at Sidebar, and just to try to better understand a global root resolution that is happening in Mr. Galden's state cases and with his federal case. I wanted to better understand how that global resolution would play into this case, and whether or not the court felt comfortable moving forward with accepting the plea bargain and imposing a sentence in conjunction with the stipulated resolution that the parties have represented to the court. I'm going to give Mr. Williams a chance to put on the record just a little bit more detail about what's happening with the federal sentence and the amount of incarceration that Mr. Galden will be receiving, as to why it might make some sense for the court to accept the plea bargain. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Your Honor, thank you. I'm happy to do that. Your Honor, the agreement that my client has reached with the government, the federal government, is he's already entered this plea. This is a matter of public record. He reached an agreement that has yet to be accepted by the district court. I should qualify that a sentence of incarceration of 27 months in the Bureau of Prisons would be a reasonable sentence. And we're awaiting sentencing on that currently, but the position here is that that is a significant sentence. Candidly, it could be that if he were sent to the Utah State Prison on this, the board may release him far sooner than that. But he's going to do this 27 months within federal custody, which is why we're asking the court to follow this recommendation and this plea agreement that we've reached of just closing the case now. Then he can go and remain in federal custody and go do that time when that sentence is handed down.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Mr. Keller, is there any?
Your Honor, if I may, I'm sorry.
You may.
Thank you so much. Mr. Delacino and I have been communicating. One thing we want to bring up, and that is that in our negotiations, which have been extensive with Mr. Keller, one of the things that we talked about, that there would be a no contest, and I'll let Mr. Williams explain that in person, but that these would be entered no contest. And Mr. Delacino and I just wanted to make sure that was clear with the court.
Okay, thank you for helping me better understand that, Mr. Finling. Mr. Delacino?
And Your Honor, not to gang up on the proceedings here with the three of us, but I would add to something that Mr. Williams said, which is that not only does the federal resolution contemplate a 27-month prison sentence, but it also contemplates a consecutive term of 60 months of supervised probation. So there will be a probationary component to that sentence as well that will follow the custodial sentence.